Well, Life Aquatic is similar to all of Wes's films because it all comes from him. He writes them, he has a very distinct vision. You can ask him any question about any of the characters or anything about the film, and he'll have a ready answer for you.
Wes has a great sense of humor. He doesn't go for the big joke, he goes for the smart joke.
His mother just died. Plus, we're having some problems, and I just think it'd be a very special opportunity for all of us, especially him. He needs this deal.
Okay, bring him over.
Well, he's right here.
I'm sorry. How do you do?
Wes is one of the few directors that I work with that I really consider a complete filmmaker.
Face to face, like me and Al, with the camera out there. So Owen, look into the camera. Now go fall back towards the shoulder.
Wes embraces all aspects of filmmaking.
Action!
I mean, it's the weird and wonderful world of Wes. Wes is really specific in the way he draws characters, and not only from a visual perspective, but his writing is so specific. You don't really change a word.
He has extreme confidence in his storytelling ability.
Wes is tremendously detailed, and so much of what he does isn't necessarily obvious on the page.
You know I'm not big on apologizing, so I'll just skip it if it's all the same to you.
Okay.
Anyway, I'm sorry.
Wes has a very strong presence on the set, and it's a very relaxed atmosphere.
Okay, come on back out, Claudio.
Work at a certain pace.
Okay, light well up.
He's a good director with people.
Good, okay, one last one. Let's keep it simpler.
He gets a kick out of people. He seems to enjoy so many different kinds of people.
Okay, that's the right feeling. Now let's do it. Exactly that feeling.
And the way he appreciates them brings something out in them.
That was perfect. I mean, it took a lot of takes, but it was perfect. So that's got to count for something.
Let me tell you about my boat.
The Belafonte. It's an old ship. You probably wouldn't want to try to go transatlantic in it.
That was one of the most dramatic things that's ever happened on this boat. The Belafonte was a long-range sub-hunter during the Second World War.
Wes was very particular about the type of boat it needed to be. It needed to be World War II vintage, and it needed to be on a certain size of boat and a certain type of boat.
And action.
The sequence with the boat that's chopped in half was an amazing experience to shoot because it's like a play.
The sauna was designed by an engineer from the Chinese space program.
From the beginning, Wes had it in his mind that we would be building half the boat lengthwise in cross sections.
This is the kitchen, which contains probably some of the most technologically advanced equipment on the ship.
And as we shot it, all the actors are walking around in this ant colony.
So you see characters run up all in the one shot, moving up and down staircases.
And you see the boat, and you see the giant set of the boat. It's enormous.
It's 40 feet tall. It's 150 feet long. It's longer than a city block.
And when you get there, then you go. Let's do that. Okay.
As a group of actors, you're very much playing together, so it's quite theatrical in that way.
It's a documentary. It's all really happening. Anybody feel like going for a ride?
It is beautiful, Steve.
Yeah, it's pretty good, isn't it?
Some of these creatures under the water are something to see.
There's personality in stop motion. It feels handmade. Henry Selick, he's somebody who I've admired, and he brings his own artistry into it, and he's like another actor.
Stop motion animation is an ancient form of animation. It goes back to the very beginning of trick film photography.
Go ahead and roll it back into zero.
The challenge was to not overuse them, to not make it something that seemed either too cute or manipulative on our part, you know, cut to the cute fish.
A lot of the creatures in this film are just slightly different than reality. People would recognize it as something they know, but a new interpretation.
It's got everything. This movie really has everything. I've never been in a movie that had so much content.
I think it's a great ride for an audience because you're always being taken to an unexpected place.
It feels like a big movie.
You get on and it goes.
I think it's very sophisticated, but available.
I think it's going to be fascinating.
I think the pairing up of Bill Murray and Wes Anderson is something that's going to be very special.
Is the fish in makeup? What's going on? Fish!
Fantastic. Let's go.